Hot on the heels of Dragonflight releasing this year, Blizzard has acquired Proletariat, a studio that's used to be working on Spellbreak, a game that I've never heard about, but suddenly everyone makes it sound like it was shaping up to be the best thing since sliced bread. I personally have my doubts, and being as bored as I currently am in my gaming life, I wanted to share my thoughts and welcome friendly discussion on this acquisition of studio topic and what it might mean for Dragonflight expansion release this year. Hello everyone, I'm Gyro, welcome back to the channel. Getting straight to the point for a change. On the balance of all things and from, again, the bored World of Warcraft player's perspective, yes, I think that this is most likely a very good thing. In my opinion anyway, don't forget to share yours in the comments below. So what particularly is good about it? Well, 100 people studio is a lot of game design and development specialist man and woman power that World of Warcraft team desperately needs, let's face it. People they have lost a while ago were not developers, but Blizzard and WoW team specifically have been going through a very rough patch for a long time, where the influx of fresh blood and development capacity, while obviously taking away some initial time for onboarding and showing the new bunch of devs some of the internal rope and sticks holding together the ancient WoW engine and production process, it would all inevitably, in the long run, result in growth of productivity and more certain expansion releases on time and, let's hope so, for higher quality. Concerns that a lot of us might have about the style and approach to game design that a different studio, Proletariat in this case, which in Russian by the way means working class, basically, in case you don't know what this word means. So they had their own specific style, right? So they're coming in as this cohesive studio. So they're going to be thrown into World of Warcraft, into Dragonflight, let's say, expansion development. So the concern is that they come with their own view on how things need to be styled, how they need to be developed, how they need to shape up, essentially. So if you are concerned that your favorite WoW, that has been true to its design, you definitely know that you're back in the game. It's back the good old World of Warcraft, albeit a little bit boring, but it's still the good game. So I do not anticipate disruption by this new creative force joining the team to be substantial enough for us to have any tangible concerns, is my point here. Why? Well, because when the one studio acquires another, I am not familiar with many situations where they are left to their own devices and allowed to design parts of the game that they're joining development of, or general mode of operation as a whole remains completely unchanged. So these liberties typically are being stripped away from those other companies. They're being onboarded, they're being naturalized, so to speak, they're being morphed into what they need to be under the new wing of the bigger company, essentially. So sure, they will still have their own drinking circles and inside jokes as Proletariat, but they'll work, design, and live by Blizzard's policies going forward. So please, if it was a hope for you that there will be an influx of fresh blood and heaps of new ideas and stuff, there might be a few here and there, but honestly, if you have never been part of company acquisitions, especially in software development process, because, you know, games are software essentially, I can tell you that as a person who has been involved in this, yes, I've seen, especially on the market, some of the examples where that culture has been preserved and put to the forefront, sort of similar to how Microsoft acquired Bethesda, let's say, and have sort of kept them to their own devices, at least for a long time. They were operating as their own studio for quite some time, rather than Microsoft brushing everything with a clean brush, as a lot of us had hoped that Microsoft, by the way, would do, but they have not, at least not to our knowledge as general public. And in this particular case, if I'm a betting man, Bobby Kotick is still at the helm of, Blizzard Entertainment, and it's still old guard. A lot of old guard is still there in World of Warcraft. They want you to believe that they are changing, that they are modernizing, that they are welcoming new ideas, fresh blood, and all this kind of stuff. And while some of it might be true, and while some of the developers might truly believe that, so I truly believe that some of them are a lot more forthcoming and a lot more open to those ideas. I don't know, people like Terran Gregory, I have a lot of respect for the man and his team, and other kind of people. But ultimately, you're still a cog in a massive machine that you know, dances the dance that is being cascaded to them from above, from the leadership above, that unfortunately under Bobby Kotick is unchanged. All they're interested in is increased productivity, so they will throw them onto specific internally existing processes, maybe reuse some of their capabilities and some of their methods of developing, I don't know, 3D skeletons. I'm just speculating here completely, and that possibly will help per se and introduce some technology, some techniques, not technology, but more techniques and more approaches to certain things that Blizzard perhaps have not had internally as far as the, you know, how developers do stuff, how they do stuff. So technical capability, communities of practice, that is kind of stuff I'm talking about here. But overall, I would not be either excited, if you're on that side of the fence, about this creative force changing much for the better, or concerned if you're one of the conservative ones and who didn't want this change. Don't be concerned. It's gonna be still all very recognizably good old, or, depending on your viewpoint, like I said several times already, same boring old Warcraft with, you know, excuse for a new race that Dragthea are, but that is my subjective opinion woven into here. I didn't mean to make this video particularly long. I just wanted to get in touch with my lingering World of Warcraft community that somewhat fell asleep while I was playing action RPGs, Diablo, Path of Exile. I make no apologies for that. I play whatever makes me excited, but obviously in this kind of lull of a season, for me at least, I am looking forward to some positive announcements, some further, I suppose, reveals of what exactly can we expect from Dragonflight. Have they taken any early feedback on board? When is the bloody beta or alpha, whatever they want to call it, starting? Yes, my fingers are crossed that somebody will invite me into beta or alpha or whatever you want to call it, but fat chance, I think personally. I'm not a high-profile YouTuber or someone like that, and my luck in terms of just random roll of being invited has not been particularly on a high sort of scale there. But let's see what happens. My bet is that they are a little bit behind schedule with the start of the beta or alpha. They should have done it, like I said in the previous videos, they should have done it, in my opinion, as soon as they have announced the expansion. They announced the expansion already quite late. They should have started beta next week. That would have contributed to the positive wave, that would have given them extra time and all of that. They're saying that these Spellbreakers, the, you know, Proletariat people, that they will be straight away joining the troops and helping with the release of Dragonflight. I have my doubts, my friends. Unless they put them on the development of assets, literal assets, trees, 3D models, buildings, that kind of stuff, I honestly do not think that the team would have enough time to properly onboard a workforce of 100 people to plug them into the delivery and development process in a cohesive, meaningful, particularly contributing way. So we potentially we'll see maybe their work in a more kind of productized way, like full features, raids, that kind of stuff, self-contained entities in World of Warcraft. I'm not going to speculate if it will be a 0.1 or 0.2 or 0.3, but it would be those in those patches, I think, when the team of Proletariat, when it would have had a chance to absorb, morph, understand how World of Warcraft is being created. And yeah, these are my thoughts. That's where I'm going to wrap up. I can't wait to hear what you think in the comments down below. If you have anything meaningful to say about this, if you have an opinion, I always welcome your opinion. Other than that, let's keep in touch, let's keep an eye on this frontier, because I'm sure something like announcement of alpha, start of beta, whatever, is going to be happening in the space of World of Warcraft very soon, and I obviously am watching from the sidelines, being very interested. Thanks for tuning in today. Give the video a like so that more people see it. If you think there is more for us to discuss, the more of us here, obviously the merrier. And subscribe if you haven't already for future videos from me. Thanks again. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.